Hey guys, so I thought I would come on here just like a minute early. But this video is going to be about you being stuck in a life you don't want. You don't have to be. You don't have to be stuck in a life you don't want. If you change your thoughts, you can literally change your life. Listen, I don't know how many of you are music buffs out there, but this video was actually inspired by a song, and it was on a movie that I had watched. But and I believe that this person that wrote the song, Taylor Dane, that she has went through a spiritual awakening. And why? Because if you listen to the words of this song, it is all about going through a spiritual awakening. It is all about what you need to do and the process of changing your life through a spiritual awakening. And it's called Change the World from Taylor Dane. But anyway, if you literally want to change your life, if you are literally stuck in a life that you hate, that you can't stand, that you want to get out of, first and foremost, you have to change your thoughts about yourself, because your outside reality is created from how you feel on the inside. And nothing is going to change on your outside reality until you fix in here first. You have to fix your inside of you first. You have to love who you are first. You have to start honestly being who you truly are and not caring what anybody else will think or say about your authentic self. If you can't stand in your authentic self and be who you are, if you are a very spiritual person, why do you care what other people think about you? Why? They don't have to live your life. You do. So I don't understand why you would care if somebody else knows that you're spiritual, if somebody else knows you like writing songs, if somebody else knows you like drawing, if somebody else, listen, if somebody cannot accept you for who you truly are, then they don't need to be in your life. You have to learn to stand in who you truly are as a person and stop hiding, covering up, and not being who you truly are because you're afraid that people won't accept you. It does not matter what somebody else thinks of you, first and foremost. If you're so worried about what somebody else thinks of you, then you will never change your life. You will never get the things that you want out of life because you're so worried about what others think. You have to stop people pleasing. You have to start living your life for yourself. And another thing, you can't lie to yourself about how you truly feel inside. So if you feel like shit on the inside of you, expect that outer reality to reflect that. The more you love yourself, the more you care about yourself, the more healing you do, watch how your outside reality will start to shift for the better. Watch how your outside reality will start reflecting who you are. That's how it works, is how you truly and honestly feel on the inside and what you believe about yourself on the inside is what you're going to get on the outside. So when you start changing your thoughts about yourself and loving who you are and standing in your truth and standing in who you truly are and not caring about what other people think or say or do or whatever, things are going to start to shift for you. Not only that, it's changing your intentions. Now, if you are wanting to set out and create something, but your intentions are to make somebody jealous, your intentions are to be competitive, your intentions are to, I can do this better than them, or your intentions are to, I can do this because they can't, or shit like that, you're not really doing it from a place of love. You're not doing it from who you truly are. You're doing it from your shadow self. So when you truly start to do things from a place of love, from a place of giving, from a place of compassion, from a place of joy, from a place of happiness, then that's when things will also start to shift from you. But if you're doing things out of, oh, I want this because to make people jealous. I want this to make people look at me. I want this because of this, or blah, 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 blah. That's all ego. That's all you living from your ego. So when we start to shift out of the ego and start lining up with our higher self and start letting that love that you feel from the universe guide you, then that's when things will start to shift in your life for the better. That's when you will know that you are on the right path, is because you are no longer letting your ego control your thought process. You're no longer letting your ego control your reality. You're no longer letting your ego control who you think you are, because now you're living from your higher self. So once you get out of all that ego-based thinking, oh, I want to make this person jealous. I want to make that person jealous. I want to do this so people will think this of me, or just a bunch of mumbo jumbo crap. That's not who you truly are, or how you should think about things to do things. Once you really start doing things from a place of love and from who you truly are inside, that's when that reality starts shifting forward. Is because you're no longer letting that lower base thinking have control over that reality of you. So, not only that, it's when you go through a spiritual awakening, you feel a really intense sensation. You feel like a really strong magnetic love. And that's what I want to call it, is like a magnetic pull. It's a magnetic love that you feel. But people think that it's coming from somebody else. It's actually coming from the universe, from God, from inside of you. So when you tap into that magnetic pull, that magnetic love that you feel inside of you, and you truly start to go within and use that to motivate you to go forward, to motivate you to be who you truly are, to motivate you to do things for the world, to motivate you to put things out into the world because of that love, that's when your life is going to start shifting for the better also. Because let me tell you, when you're running from your ego and you want to do things just to make people jealous, or just to make people look at you, or just, oh, I can have this because this person can't, or shit like that, your life isn't going to change. And if you really want to change your life, and if you really want that abundance everybody seeks, then you really have to go in and change how you feel about you. Because I will keep saying this, and I will keep saying this. The universe is a mirror. How you honestly feel about yourself on the inside is that reality you will get on the outside of you. So if you don't love yourself, if you don't think you're beautiful, if you have all these self-conscious things, if you have such a low self-esteem about yourself, then that's what your reality is going to reflect. You have to work on truly picking yourself up, picking you up as a person, and truly loving who you are first and foremost. And once you start loving yourself, I would tell you this, once you start truly loving who you are, knowing you're beautiful, knowing you're caring, knowing you're kind, knowing you're compassionate, empathetic, knowing all these things about yourself, and knowing what you want to bring into the world is from a place of love, watch how your reality will start shifting. The universe will start lining things up for you because you're no longer doing it from a place of egotistical bullshit. You're no longer letting that lower part of yourself run who you are. Listen, I've always said this about the ego. The ego is erasing God out of your life. EGO, erasing God out. That's what I've always called it. And what I mean by that is because when you're running off the ego, you're not listening to your higher self. When you're letting the ego control you, you're not following who you truly are inside. You're not doing what your heart is telling you to do. You're not letting that love inside of you that you feel guide you. You're not doing things from a place of love then. You're doing it from your head, from a lower vibrational standpoint is what you're doing. So when you truly start to do things from a place of love and from really wanting to do things for others, and when you truly want to help people, and when you truly want to change the world, as the song says, change your thoughts, you can change the world. It all starts with you on the inside of you. It all starts about healing. You're not going to get the reality you want. I don't care if you go to work and work your freaking ass off at a job you hate for 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You still will not end up with the life you want. You truly want, because you're running from a place of ego. And if you're working like that, you're working from a place of ego. You're not doing what you enjoy doing. You're not running from your heart. See, because when you're in your higher self, you no longer have to overwork yourself. You no longer have to overextend yourself. You no longer have to accept less than what you feel you deserve, because now you're running off your higher self, and you know without a doubt that the universe is going to take care of you. You know this. So it's like, you're not going to go back and work jobs you're miserable at. You're not going to go back and kill yourself for a company that you know you're going to be replaced in a minute as soon as you walk out that door because that company didn't see your value or worth. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're no longer doing those types of things because now you're running from your higher self. And when you run from your higher self, you're no longer you no longer participate in lower vibrational things, is what I'm trying to say. You no longer think of yourself in such a way to where you feel going out and killing yourself from a job that truly don't appreciate you is any type of value to you, because it's not. Because the way you've changed your thought process and the way you've changed the way you look at the world now is completely different from the way you did. Because now, when you're in your higher vibrational state, you're moving from a place of love. You're moving from a place of compassion. You're moving from a place of empathy. So all those things that now you're now working from in the new perspective that you have on life no longer allows you to think the way you did at one point, to where you accepted less than what you deserve. It's now, you deserve better. Now you know that because you're doing things from your higher self, that God is going to back you up. You know this. So you no longer are you're just different once you go through a spiritual awakening. And you no longer allow things that you once allowed in your life. You no longer deal with certain types of situations. You no longer allow certain people. You no longer allow, certain type of things in your life that is going to try to upset your balance or upset your life, or people that don't see your worth or value. You're no longer like trying to compete for attention and stuff like that, because now you're running off your higher self. See, let me tell you this. The people that are running off of their higher self, you will never see somebody that is running off of their higher self post pictures on Facebook for likes, because we don't care. We just don't care. If we post on any type of social media, it's to help others. It's to help others grow. It's to help others learn. It's to help others in some type of way. So you will never see a person that is truly running from their higher self post on social media for likes, because we no longer think like that, I guess. We no longer crave that attention we once craved, because now we know we have that attention we need inside of us. We know we have that love inside of us. So we don't go out and seek that type of attention. I don't know. All right, guys, I just wanted to put this video out to you guys, and hopefully it helps you guys. And this video was truly inspired by that song. And I will post the link to that song in the description. So if you want to go listen to it, go listen to it. And I also made up a 4-week course. If you guys are truly interested in healing and you don't know how to start healing, this is the course that I wrote is for that. So if you're already doing inner work, you don't need the book. But for people that don't know how to start inner work, or to ask themselves the questions that need to be triggered, this book is for you. So if you are interested in that, I will post that link in there too. But anyways, I hope this video truly helps somebody out there. And all right, guys, have a good day.